All right, so Bethel's thing is at 54%. Okay, maybe I can get her on the screen now. Here we go. I'm going to try. Hold on out for a hero. Everyone pray.
Hello?
There she is. Hi, Bethel.
Hey, John.
Hello, I can hear you. Can everyone hear her? Put in the chat if you can hear her. Yep, 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 yes. Let's wait 1 second to see if they... Oh no, we're losing. What? No. Okay. Everyone's saying no. She's going away now. Bethel, talk again.
Hello?
I can hear her. Keep talking. Just say hello.
Hey, what's up? You're awesome, John.
You're awesome. All right, we're good now, I think. Awesome. All right, Bethel, introduce yourself. Name your poem. Take it away.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bethel Grove, and the name of my piece is called Grieving with Hope. Here goes. February 6th, 2013 is a day I could have never foreseen. Like any other day it would seem, till on my college campus I found this scene. Coming back from Wednesday night church, I found everyone in dismay. Then I found out the reason. My friend Brandon had passed away. Reality hit me like a ton of bricks, and it all seemed so wrong that the friend that sat next to me in class the day before was gone. The night and the days that followed were some of the hardest I've ever faced. Fighting through that grief and emotion made me feel like my heart had been displaced. But as hard as it was to go through that pain at that time, through the mountains of grief and emotion, I learned how to climb. I want to share a few of the things that I learned on this hike, so that it can help anyone that may face such a time in your own life. One of the lessons I learned wasn't an experience unlike any of its kind, the one in which the term Christian community was so clearly defined. After I heard Brandon went home to be with the Lord, a group of my friends decided to go pray outside of his dorm. At first, it started with just a few, but then the group of students grew, beyond those I knew until it seemed half of our small campus. We stood outside that dorm for several hours that night. Songs of comfort, peace, and heaven, many of us would recite. We offered up prayers for his family, his friends, and his dorm brothers. And while most of us were shedding tears, we comforted each other. Although it was clear that from this loss our hearts were torn, that night I learned what it means to mourn with those who mourn. In those moments, we are called to do more than try to comfort them in pain. We are called to cry with them and help bear the burden of their pain. For when the sorrow in my heart was so great that night I could barely stand, my friends literally caught me in their arms, embraced me hard, and held me up in their hands. Although these moments were difficult, they became bittersweet memories of what it really means to live out our lives in genuine Christian community. Another lesson I learned was even harder to face is true. For trying to find hope while you grieve is so much harder to pursue. When most of us face this kind of situation, we struggle to understand why. How in the world could this happen so suddenly to such a good guy? Brandon Stuckey was barely 22, with so many dreams he was never able to pursue. His heart for the gospel and heart for people too made him one of the sweetest guys I ever knew. When I would think about it like that, it was so hard to understand, and the answers to all my questions I would try to demand. Many people in these moments will blame God or turn their back on Him, but in my case, turning to God was the only way to let the healing begin. Because I know Brandon believed Jesus died for his sin, so he had redemption in the blood that was spilled for him. But Brandon also believed that after being buried for 3 days, Jesus rose to life again, which means he's now whole in the presence of the one that died for his redemption. In this knowledge, Christians can rejoice even while we mourn. We celebrate that through Jesus Christ we've all been reborn. Because of the cross, we find our salvation in one who identifies with our pain. He helps us through our darkest grief when He's the one thing that remains. Because of the resurrection, we have hope in an eternity beyond this life, and it's available to all who have placed their faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. If you're facing such grief, please remember that you are not alone, for God wants to bring you to Himself and tell you you're His own. He also wants to surround you with love through wise counsel and Christian community. Press into that love while you mourn, and let the church live out what we're supposed to be. Now I still miss Brandon, as do all of us who loved him or called him our friend, but because of his salvation in Jesus Christ, I know his passing was not the end. My prayer is that this story may help anyone that may struggle with hope, because thanks to Brandon, I now know what it means to
Awesome. Thank you, Bethel. I'm sorry for your loss. That's great. Everyone give her some love in the chat. She deserves it. What a great piece. Awesome. Do you have a request of something you want to hear?
Yes, I do. I would love to hear you do Bride of Christ More Than a Metaphor.
Ah, Bride of Christ, more than a metaphor. I love it. All right, awesome. Thank you, Bethel. All right. Bride of Christ, more than bringing it back. This was another video that I was just like unbelievably flabbergasted that it became as popular as it did. All right, here we go. Bride of Christ, more than a metaphor, as requested by Bethel. Here we go. Jacob was wandering through the region of Haran when all of a sudden he saw Rachel. And immediately he knew she had to be his. So he volunteered to work 7 years in exchange for her hand. Only problem was, after 7 long years, he was given the wrong girl, Leah. So Jacob set out to work another 7 long years to get his Rachel. Love will make you do crazy things. Hosea was a prophet with one unique calling from God. Marry that prostitute, God said. Now, Gomer was not the ideal wife. She ran away. She gave herself to other men, but Hosea had a calling. And no matter how many times she ran away, no matter how many men she gave herself to, Hosea still loved her. Love will make you do crazy things. King Solomon had a good head on his shoulders. A smart guy. The wisest that ever lived, they say. But nothing could stop him from losing his mind every time he saw his beloved. He screamed of his love from the mountaintop. He shouted his devotion in the valley. He even wrote it all down and let millions of people read it. Love will make you do crazy things. So it's no wonder the Bible calls us the bride of Christ. And from the beginning of time, Christ has been pursuing his bride, pursuing her beyond the walls of the garden, beyond her disobedience, pursuing her in the midst of her rebellion, in spite of her wickedness, pursuing her to the lands of foreign gods, in the midst of her unfaithfulness, because our disobedience to God's will can never outweigh Christ's obedience to it. Our wickedness can never outweigh his goodness. Our faithfulness can never outweigh his faithfulness. Our unfaithfulness can never outweigh his faithfulness. We give ourselves to other gods, but he still loves his bride. He shouts his love for us through every word written in the scriptures, and he pursues us to immeasurable lengths, even to death on a cross. Because with Christ, it isn't till death do us part. It is only through his death that we have assurance that we will never part from him and we will spend eternity together. Love will make you do crazy things. This is more than a metaphor. Thank you. You might need to, hello everybody. Hold on, my microphone might not be on. Built-in microphone, it should be on. Can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Yeah? Can you hear it, Aaron? Hello! Alright, good. Hello everybody, my name is John, and welcome to the very first ever. This is the inaugural maiden